All right, folks, take a look at what I'm holding right here. This piece of American steel has been around for over 107 years. And I'm going to tell you the honest truth. It cycles smoother, and it shoots straighter than half the plastic, fantastic pistols rolling off the assembly line today. We're going deep into 7 specific handguns, and these are not just built for a weekend at the range. We're talking about heirloom quality hardware. These are the platforms designed to run for multiple lifetimes. These are the fighting tools that break in when others break down. You are not just buying these for yourself. You are buying them for your great-grandkids to fight over when they read your will. And the #1 spot, it has survived 2 world wars. It has been in production for over a century. And if you ask any real gunsmith, they will tell you, it is the only pistol you actually need to own. Do me a huge favor. Smash that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on the good stuff. Because these 7 firearms are absolutely going to outlive every single one of us. Let's get down to business. Number 7, the Ruger GP100. Back in 1985, Bill Ruger and his team decided they were done messing around with the revolver market. They did not just want to make another wheel gun, they wanted to build a tank. The GP100 was the answer to every durability complaint shooters had about the Security 6 and other competitors. This is not a delicate instrument. This is a .357 Magnum built like a bank vault door. The engineering here is over the top. Ruger utilized a triple locking cylinder system. It locks into the frame at the front, at the rear, and at the bottom. That ensures perfect alignment every single time you pull that trigger. Out of the box, you are getting those Hogue rubber grips that soak up recoil and a transfer bar safety that makes it drop safe. You can feed this thing a steady diet of the hottest heavy grain .357 Magnum loads you can find, and it will just laugh at you. It will not shake loose. It will not go out of time. But the beauty is in the versatility. You can run mild .38 special target loads all afternoon for training, and it feels like you are shooting a .22 long rifle. That full underlug on the barrel puts the weight right where you need it, keeping that muzzle flat during rapid fire. The frame is investment cast steel, and it is thick. You are never going to stretch this top strap. And regarding the trigger action, at 50,000 rounds, most guns are retiring. The GP100 is just getting smooth. If you walk into a shop and ask a gray-bearded gunsmith for a revolver that survives the apocalypse, this is the one they pull off the shelf. Market-wise, a brand new 4-inch model is going to run you between $700 and $850. If you want the Match Champion edition with the fiber optics and shims, expect to pay $900 to $1,100. If you are scouting the used market, you can find solid shooters for $550 to $700. It is worth it. This is the revolver that defines the term over-engineered. Number 6, the SIG Sauer P226. Rewind to the 1980s. The U.S. military is looking for a new service pistol to replace the 1911. During the torture tests, one gun went toe-to-toe with the Beretta 92 and technically outperformed it in the reliability metrics. That gun was the SIG P226. The only reason it is not the standard issue M9 right now is because SIG came in at a higher price point for the spare parts package. But the Navy SEALs, they did not care about the budget. They saw the performance. And they adopted the P226 and ran it hard for decades. This is old-world craftsmanship meeting modern tactical needs. The slide is machined from a single billet of stainless steel. The frame is alloy, but the rails are precision milled, ensuring a lockup that feels like it is on ball bearings. The barrel is cold hammer forged in that classic German tradition. The decocking lever is one of the safest systems ever invented. It lets you drop the hammer on a loaded chamber safely, putting you in double action mode without trusting a manual safety catch. Plus, that proprietary nitron finish is tough as nails. It resists salt water, sweat, and holster wear, better than almost anything else out there. I have seen police trade-ins with absolutely zero finish left on the outside that still run flawlessly internally. 100,000 rounds through a P226 is not the end of its life. It is just the halftime show. Pricing reflects that pedigree. A standard new model runs $900 to $1,100. The Legion series, which is the hot rod version with the gray finish and upgraded trigger, goes for $1,200 to $1,400. If you find a West German stamped slide model, collectors will pay $1,500 to $2,000. Used shooters generally float between $700 and $900. This is the gun that was too good for the accountants, but perfect for the operators. Number 5. The Glock 19. In 1988, Gaston Glock took his full-size Model 17 and chopped the grip and barrel just enough to create perfection. The Glock 19 became the gold standard for carry pistols almost overnight. Now listen, it is not the prettiest gun on this list, it does not have soul, but it is undeniably the most indestructible handgun ever mass-produced. The secret sauce is simplicity. We are talking about 34 component parts. There are fewer things to break, fewer things to lose, and fewer things to go wrong. There is no external hammer to snag on your shirt. There is no thumb safety to forget under stress. You draw, you press, it goes bang. The tenifer metal treatment on the slide penetrates the steel, making it harder than a diamond file and nearly rust-proof. The polymer frame absorbs the shock impulse, flexing just enough to take the stress off the moving parts. That cold hammer-forged hexagonal rifling in the barrel provides a gas seal that keeps velocity up and wear down. I have seen these things frozen in blocks of ice, dropped from helicopters, and dragged behind trucks on a gravel road. They just keep running. There are Glocks in service right now with 200,000 rounds on the odometer, and they still group just fine. Pricing is the best part. A Generation 5 Glock 19 runs about $550 to $650. If you want the MOS cut for a red dot, add $100. You can find beat-up Generation 3 police trade-ins for $400 to $500 all day long. This is the Honda Civic of the gun world. It is not fancy, but it will get you home every single time. Number 4. The Beretta 92. Since 1975, the Beretta 92 series has been proving that a combat pistol can actually look good while it does the dirty work. When the U.S. military adopted this as the M9 in 1985, it survived torture tests that literally rattled other guns apart. The most distinctive feature is that open-top slide. It looks cool, sure, but it serves a vital purpose. If dirt, sand, or a bad casing gets in there, it has nowhere to get trapped. It just gets ejected right out. Mechanically, it uses a falling locking block system rather than a tilting barrel. This means the barrel stays linear during recoil, which aids in inherent accuracy. And let me tell you about that chrome-lined barrel. You simply cannot shoot it out. The double-action, single-action trigger gives you second strike capability. If a primer fails, you just pull the trigger again. The safety is slide-mounted, acting as a decocker, which some people hate, but it is undeniably safe. After nearly 40 years of service in the sandbox, the jungles, and on city streets, the 92 has seen it all. The aluminum alloy frame is robust, and unlike polymer, it does not degrade with UV light exposure over decades. Price-wise, a standard 92 FS runs $650 to $800. The M9A3 or A4 tactical models run $900 to $1,100. Early Italian imports can command a premium from collectors, upwards of $1,000. This is the pistol that proved you do not need a full steel frame to last forever. Number 3. The CZ75. In 1975, behind the Iron Curtain, the Czechs built what might be the most ergonomically perfect pistol in existence. The CZ75 took the high-capacity concept of the Browning High Power and refined the trigger system to perfection. But the real magic trick here is how the slide mounts. Unlike a 1911 or a SIG, where the slide rides on the outside of the frame rails, the CZ slide rides inside the frame rails. This drops the bore axis super low. When you shoot it, there is less leverage for the recoil to flip the muzzle up. It shoots flat, and it stays on target. It is an all-steel gun, weighing in around 35 ounces, which eats up recoil energy. The internal rail system runs the full length of the frame, providing massive contact surface area. This means the wear is distributed so evenly that the gun actually gets tighter and smoother the more you shoot it. The trigger. The single-action brake is crisp, usually around 4 or 5 pounds. It has been cloned by companies all over the world, but nothing beats the original Czech steel. It is the choice of IPSC champions in special units, like the Russian Spetsnaz for a reason. You can pick up a standard CZ-75B for 600 to 750. The competition-ready Shadow 2 series will run you 1200 to 1400. The vintage pre-B models are becoming highly collectible, fetching 800 to 1200. This is the hipster's choice, but for a good reason. It is mechanically superior in ways that actually matter. Number 2, the Browning High Power. This is the final masterpiece of John Moses Browning. He started it, and the brilliant Dieudonné Save finished it at FN in Belgium. When it dropped in 1935, it changed everything. While everyone else was carrying 7 or 8 rounds, the High Power gave you 13 rounds of 9mm in a double-stack magazine. It was the original Wonder 9. It served as the standard sidearm for over 50 nations. The British SAS used it. The Canadians used it. Both sides used it during World War II. That speaks volumes. Mechanically, it uses a cam lock system that is simpler and more reliable than the swinging link found in the 1911. It sits perfectly in the hand. It points naturally like you are pointing your index finger. The Belgian-made FN models are the gold standard. The fit and finish on these older guns is something we just do not see anymore in mass production. A proper high power feels like a custom gun right out of the holster. It is slim, it is elegant, and it is lethally reliable. If you are hunting for one, a Belgian-made shooter grade runs 800 to 1200. The Mark III variants with the better sights go for $1,000 to $1,500. If you want a tangent sight model or a Nazi-marked occupation pistol, bring your checkbook. You are looking at $2,000 to $4,000 easy. This is the grandfather of every modern high-capacity pistol you own. Number 1. The Colt 1911. There can only be one king. On March 29, 1911, the U.S. Army adopted the greatest fighting handgun ever conceived, the Colt government model. This is not just a gun, it is an institution. It stopped threats in the trenches of France, the islands of the Pacific, the frozen hills of Korea, and the jungles of Vietnam. Why is it the ultimate lifetime gun? It is the craftsmanship and the materials. We are talking about forged steel frames and slides. The trigger on a 1911 is the benchmark by which all other triggers are judged. It travels straight back. It breaks like a glass rod. The reset is microscopic. The grip angle is pure perfection. And let's talk about the 45 ACP cartridge. It moves slow and hits like a freight train. The design allows for infinite rebuildability. You can replace the barrel, the bushing, the extractor, and the springs. Forever. The frame itself is virtually immortal. A 1911 built in 1918 can still be taken to the range today and shoot the center out of a target at 25 yards. The culture around this gun means you have endless support. From Wilson Combat to Nighthawk Custom, the finest gunsmiths on earth have dedicated their lives to this platform. Pricing varies wildly. A standard production Colt or Springfield starts around 800 to 1000. A World War II vintage Remington Rand or Colt runs 1500 to 3000. If you get into the high-end custom world, you can spend 4000 to 10,000 without blinking. But even a basic mil-spec 1911 will outlast you. It wears in. It does not wear out. Every scratch on a 1911 tells a story. This is American history you can hold in your hand. So there you have it. 7 legendary handguns that are built to go the distance. From the rugged simplicity of the Ruger wheelgun to the combat-proven heritage of the Colt 1911. These are not disposable tools. These are the guns you clean on a Sunday afternoon and pass down to your son or daughter when they are ready. A true lifetime firearm is an investment in security and legacy. I want to know what you think. Which one of these is sitting in your safe right now? Or which one are you saving your pennies to buy next? Sound off in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a solid. Hit that like button, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and tap that bell so you get notified when we drop more content. Remember, buy once, shoot forever. These 7 are built for it. I'll see you on the range.